Hello everybody and welcome to our live. I'm super excited to have you guys with us. We are having our big 40th birthday celebration. So it's super exciting if you haven't been on our page yet in our group. The things that, I'll get you caught up. The things that we've been doing is lots of deals, lots of giveaways, lots of games, lots of prizes, lots of fun. So today, I actually got these from a different party and they finally arrived, so I get to share them with you guys. I actually have 4 of these and they're the mini cast irons. That beautiful logo on the back. So I have 4 of those and those are the 5-inch. And so, but you can also buy them. You can buy them in a 2 set for just the 5 inches if you want to. Or you can do what I did, is I bought those 2, and then I ended up buying a set because I wanted the whole set. So there is a 10-inch that I've already used, and it worked wonderfully. And then there is a 12-inch. And they have handles on each side. Perfect for grabbing, because I have terrible wrists. So those, the 12-inch, 10-inch, and then 2 of these come in a set if you buy them on our website or at our party. So I'm not going to use the big ones today, obviously, for a multitude of reasons. Hello, everybody that's joining on. I'm happy to have you. We're going to be doing some yumminess in the kitchen tonight. So, but I do love cast iron just in general. And fun fact, I actually I'm deficient in iron. I have been, I guess, for quite a few years. I found out this year. And so I didn't realize, but my doctor was telling me, yeah, you can take iron pills, that's fine. So she goes, go ahead and do that. But in addition, do you have cast iron? I said, I have a lot of cast iron. And I said, why do you ask? And she goes, because, sweetie, you're cooking with cast iron. The iron is coming into the food when you cook with it, and then you're ingesting it and absorbing it. And I was like, I just never thought about it, I guess. So, anywho, so we are going to do some fun stuff tonight. So these babies, I'm so excited to use for the first time. My first set I got from my director because I did a party for her before I became a consultant. And I have not used any of them. And then I got the other one, the set, like we were talking about. So what we're going to do tonight is we are going to make giant chocolate chip cookies, individual chocolate chip cookies. So I'm going to have one, my husband's going to have one, my daughter will have one, and then her best friend will have one. So, and you can just pop them in the oven. So you guys are going to kind of watch us throw the ingredients in here and then dish them up in here. So it's going to be awesome. So stay tuned and we are going to get started. So you can use whatever recipe you want. You can do brownies in here. You can do s'mores. You can do, it's fall time, you could do like mini pumpkin pies in your cast iron. You could do all kinds of different things, even from pumpkin pies to chocolate pies. We're getting in that holiday season, pecan pies, all the things. And we even sell mini pie pans that might be my next one. So, because I want to do maybe some mini pot pies on here. How yummy would that be? Hey, Jamie. So, but I do have some helpers today. So they are going to come in the kitchen and say hello. Well, I gotta get behind it.
I'm coming. Just putting my hair up. Hi. This is my best friend. This is my best friend. Are we making chocolate chip cookies?
Yes, ma'am.
I get to eat cookie now.
We just had a happy girl. And it is her birth month, you guys. She will be 14.
And 1 year old, we will decide to
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
She had like a mental breakdown today. Just because I mentioned
So we have chose to do, my husband is very particular about his chocolate chips. And so we actually use a little less than 2 cups of chocolate chips, but our recipe, we stick to Toll House because that's what we use. But if you have a family recipe or you guys are doing peanut butter cookies or whatever your vibe is, you go ahead and do that. So I'm just looking at the back of this recipe real quick. Perfect. Okay, sis, okay, so come over here. So we need,
This needs to
yeah, put that on the table. That's our pie, caramel apple pie from the other day.
He's so heavy. You know, if you want some, you can have some over here.
So, okay, so we need 2 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. So it should be labeled. We need to rewrite those, but
I'll get the
right here, honey. We have these canisters, and they have like chalk area where you can write with like chalk pens. And I'm like, oh, it's coming off. So she's fixing it for me. Might as well do this one too. Wait, this is pancake.
Light brown sugar?
No, light brown. Okay.
obviously need to be replaced.
I might need more brown sugar. Will you check that for me?
Yeah.
I have it in here, but I just don't know if it needs a refill. I know it's getting close, but
Not gonna let almost just for its sugar. Everything's fine.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Totally wasn't thinking of sugar. Exact amount. How convenient. That's quite rude, sir.
Wait, don't do it, don't do it.
did you look and see if the light brown sugar?
I'm sorry.
It will need it eventually, so we'll just take it.
That was not intended, I swear.
Okay. And then when you're done with that, come wash your hands real quick. What are you doing? Come wash your hands, girlfriend.
All habits die hard.
Or never.
Yeah, or never. I used to get into the brown sugar when I was little, and my mom used to catch me holding out those eggs when I walked in the pantry.
I used to do that too, but then, you know, Mom took away all the brown sugar was fruit.
My mom did that for a period of time, but it was only because I couldn't.
So, I am unwrapping so gracefully.
Gracefully doing what now?
I'm like struggling with it. I'm like, so gracefully. So,
Just do it the easy way. Stab
well,
it.
I know, that's what I did, but I thought it went all the way down and it didn't. Sorry.
Who cares about being graceful? Hi. Hi.
Okay. Do I have that plug? Yeah, I've plugged it. That's fruit.
I love how we were racing together. I told her how Calvin kicked me in my butt. And I now have permission to hit him. Oh. Man.
I'm just dumping the eggs in here. You don't want it.
I swear not. We are in a kitchen where there is stuff. We should not be doing this.
I'm gonna tickle you.
Okay. So. Okay, so go ahead and throw the flour in, sis.
A flour. How many cups do we need?
2 1/4 cups.
What is this?
What, 2? Try not to get flour everywhere. That's what the spoon is for, baby.
But that's the easy way.
Yes, let's try that.
Honey.
Because like, here, let me get in here. I will help you, child.
How much do we need?
2 cups and then a 4th cup.
Okay. I can do that. I'm okay. I know what I'm doing.
She said that she burnt juice one time.
It's a talent.
Gotta
Perfect.
You gotta go like this.
Is it 2 cups, babe?
That's smart.
Is it 2 or 2 1/4?
Oh, this is just one cup right now.
that's all that was in there?
This is.
Oh.
It's 1 cup.
Okay. I didn't know.
I have no idea what you're asking, so I'm just like.
I thought you filled the whole thing up. I didn't know how high it went, is what I was saying, babe.
This is 1 cup. Exactly 1 cup.
Got flour on my
So
hands.
here we go. There's 1 cup.
That was stubborn of you.
I was thinking you used this one.
No, it's not. Like me. What? It's
Your
just my
fault.
size.
Nothing happening here.
I was like, I feel somebody behind me.
Shh. You see no one.
I was told by a demon that I was a ghost.
And then you guys can, when you're done, you can actually take your chocolate chip cookies when it's warm, or just whenever, and you can put vanilla ice cream on top and drizzle caramel on top. It's not going to need very much caramel, but just kind of for looks.
You ruined yourself. I'm trying to make it perfect.
You're trying to do what?
Trying to make it a perfect little ball. That just flat out betrayed me. That was rude.
Did you get a full 2 cups?
This is a full 2 cups.
Okay.
And then
And then a 4th cup. And then we're done with flour.
I just
And then we do
I told Mom what happens when you have a Cancer, a Sagittarius, a Scorpio, and a... Did I already say Aquarius? Yeah, I did. When you have a Cancer in the room, which is your mom, Lexi, you, and me. It's chaos.
Chaos.
Wait, no.
That's chaos is.
Haha, I will not be beaten by the system today. Maybe.
Alright, I'll rename myself B. I will rename myself System. And then you will be beaten by the system.
I don't know whether to be disappointed or impressed.
Yes.
And then 1 teaspoon.
I'm an airbender. That's rude.
So I'm doing 2 1/4 cups flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And I am using my handy dandy set of adjustable measuring cups or measuring spoons from Pampered Chef. Okay. Put that over there. And then 2 sticks of softened butter. I always try to keep butter out because I just bake. So. Okay, so next is 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. All right, sis, are you ready?
Yeah.
So we're done with this. Let's put this to the side. You can hand it.
Do gymnasts put flour on their hands?
No, honey, it's chalk. Are you surprised that I know that?
Well, you were a gymnast.
Yes. Back in the day.
See, my dementia's not that bad. We don't,
I thought we don't speak about your dementia.
we don't speak about my dementia. Jan was on a live one time, and I forgot my jacket, and so I went back upstairs because you were leaving. And I'm like, we don't speak about my dementia. How many cups?
3/4 of the granulated sugar and then 3/4 of the brown sugar.
When you were a kid, did you ever just grab huge spoonfuls of sugar and run off with it?
And then I'm just using the coconut or the avocado oil. We use the liquid avocado oil also, but this is just for the cookie sheets. Whoa, this is fun. It's the first time I've used it. That was fun. I'm gonna have to show you guys.
Nowhere you're like, whoa.
I felt like it was like setting spray or something for my cookie sheet.
Whoa, what are you? Bad vibes.
I was really excited about
Bad vibes.
it. I think it's funny when I use something new because my friend Cricket used to always be like, "You should be on an infomercial." Just for my reaction.
Whoa, what is that? What are you? Whoa, dude. Bad vibes.
Okay, then 3/4 of the brown sugar, babe.
You need more brown sugar.
Nope, I got some right here. But get what's out of there first because brown sugar tends to get hard.
So 3 what?
3/4 cup.
I
Just
have to mention, sorry.
Just like the other one.
Dimension.
What's tonight? Thursday night?
Tis Thursday. Thursday.
What did you guys do on your Thursday? I bet most of you were probably working. Fun.
I did schoolwork and I hated it.
I went and got my oil change today. It's been kind of a busy week.
I've been seeing
I had
today.
2 appointments yesterday. I didn't have anything on Monday. That was my day off.
Me and Venus
But-
solved a world-wrecking theory, kind of, you know.
But so I got my oil change today, and then I came home. I stopped by my director's house to get a couple goodies for my party, this one that's going on.
I forgot that this was like we dropped on there.
And then came home, and then we decided that there was nothing to eat for dinner. So we we have it all planned out to do desserts and treats, and we're like, oh, what do we have for dinner? I didn't pull anything out. So we ended up going to Mickey D's, and that like took longer than we thought. We thought we were gonna be able to come on at 5, but it just took too long.
That's so weird because the night before we had spaghetti, they had spaghetti, and the night before we had McDonald's, they had McDonald's.
There must be a vibe out there.
Picking up places.
So yeah, and then tomorrow I have OT, and my daughter has a doctor's appointment in the afternoon.
Wait, what? I was not informed of this.
Yeah, I told you the other day when I picked you up. Remember when we were almost late for the dentist appointment?
You know, I don't remember that stuff.
I was like, don't forget you have a doctor's appointment, so don't run down to your friend's house where I can't talk to you or I can't get a hold of you.
How long will this be? Is it just a med check?
Yeah, it's just like a checkup.
Oh, I'm not on the meds anymore.
Well, I know, but he doesn't know that, so we got to check in.
Just call. That's so annoying. Why can't you just call to the doctor or like have them mail your injection to you? Like if you're gonna get a shot, have them mail a shot to you.
You really want me to be the one that gives you a shot? Then you'll be like terrified of me for all of your life.
I would give myself the shot or have Bina do it because she knows.
Okay, it's gonna get noisy because we are turning it on. So I have 2 eggs that I'm adding now. Yeah, go slow so it doesn't slack it. That's what there we go. And then 1 teaspoon of vanilla. This is the one I use. It is gluten-free, as well as I hear our vanilla is excellent. I have not had the opportunity to try it quite yet, as well as our cinnamon, and they are both seasonal. So if you love them, and they are like gold, I hear, grab them, stock up. I can't wait until I get to try it because apparently it just like makes the dish. Like it totally changes how your dish comes out, like your dessert. Like if you're doing apple pie or something, it's not like pungent, but it's like you can tell the difference. It's very flavorful compared to just the cinnamon that we get in the store. No, the cinnamon that's Pampered Chef sells. They sell cinnamon and they also sell vanilla. And it's supposed to be like some of the best vanilla you can get. It's from somewhere, like a certain place in the world where it's like farmed and it's very pure and things like that. So right one of these days. I'm just gonna go for it. And so what we're gonna do with these, because we don't want our cookies, like the dough, we don't want them to stick to your cast iron, of course. So I am going to spray these, and I'm gonna show you guys how exciting this spray is. I get excited over the silliest thing. My dough is just going right here, everything I told you guys about, but look, it's like suntan lotion. Wasn't that fun, you guys? I should be like, isn't that exciting? If you guys watch The Big Bang Theory, you'll know what we were referencing. And it is Bernadette, when she gets super excited that they're like planning a prom. And, and it's funny, because if Carol's on here, she'll laugh about this. And she's like, he goes, I know that Bernadette's super excited because she's so high-pitched she made the Beagles next door howl. And so I just started doing it, and Catherine would start laughing. We were cracking up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my spatula, my Pampered Chef spatula, and I'm going to get this off of the, I don't know if you call it a wand, but whatchamacallit. It's like the beater thing for the mixer. So, and I did already preheat our oven, you guys, to 350. So it is good and ready to go. And if you don't want to use the avocado oil, you can use the, my daughter's waiting for the cookie dough, I can tell.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
But if you don't want to use the avocado oil, you can always use butter and just melt it, whatever you prefer.
Yeah, these people are saying you have to act normal.
What are you talking about?
Normal?
I knew once I said that.
So I don't, when I use the mixer, I don't like beat it super hard because you don't want to like destroy the chocolate chips. You just want to mix them in, kind of twirl it a little bit. So we are done with this part. And that really did not take that long, you guys, at all, right?
That's a fabulous paper. Mr. Robert sent me this email and I was like, student versus team nominations. He sent me that and I just,
Do you want this, sis?
yes. Thank you.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and fill up the cookie sheets. You can get 2 of these with a little nylon spatula, which I'm going to show you. Right here. And that is on our website. And then you're like good to go for your cookies, which is awesome. And why did I do a cookie sheet? Oh my gosh, you guys. Literally, we're not doing a cookie sheet. I was in autopilot. Yes. I was like, okay, get ready.
This is where I get my autopilot from.
Yes. We're doing cast iron. Why am I doing that? We're not. Okay. So now that we have ruled that out, moving along.
No, that's another dish I have to watch. Rude.
Well, I wasn't paying attention.
That's rude.
Sorry. My bad. So, I'm just kind of mixing the chocolate chips in so they're evenly mixed.
Yeah.
And you might even have some left over where you can just throw a couple regular sized cookies on a cookie sheet. We'll find out. This is the first time I've used these, like I was saying.
You've been saying.
So, here's what the dough looks like when we're all done. Hold on. I should move that. Yummers.
The children.
My children.
Did anybody go downtown to the Scoops and Sugars or whatever that truck was? And it's like basically you can get cookie dough of like most any kind. You can get cookie dough and then ice cream and then like all of these crazy different toppings like miniature cookies, like chocolate chip cookies on it and cake pieces and like it's like literally like this high. I missed it though. It was on the 6th.
That's 2 times the size of your head. You can't fit it in your mouth.
I can't remember the name of it though, but it definitely has something to do with sugar.
I will cry. There's
Okay.
nothing wrong with you, child.
So here's our cute little 5-inchers. I'm so excited, you guys.
I want to put mine in there.
Want to do yours?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do mine and Daddy's, and then you can do. So I'm guessing like about like a lump like this. So, well, maybe it won't. Maybe it will. I don't know. Maybe we won't have extra.
If we do, our phones intend to eat it
So
all.
that's what I did for that one. And then I'm just going to do Dad's.
That's rude.
Okay.
Oh! Bina!
You can make them as thick or as thin as you want to. So I'm just kind of smashing it down a little bit so then it has a formation. Okay.
She stole it!
Did you want to do?
Bina, come over here. Okay. Ah! Rude. I have no idea what this is. I feel attacked right now.
You should.
So, my best friend's eyeballs can vibrate. Do it. Her eyeballs can actually vibrate. Look at my mom and do it.
Oh my gosh, how do you do
I
that?
have no
Does
idea.
it cause you a headache when you do it?
No.
Oh my gosh, I think that.
I just do it. I do a lot of things with my eyes.
That's kind of cool though. That you can.
Yeah, it's really
do
fun.
that.
It's really fun to, watch the world shake.
I think I did
That's
that
a
one time.
lot.
Of course it is.
Tina's like, that's a lot, Catherine.
That's a lot.
Of course it is. It's me. I'm always a lot.
That's true. You are a lot to handle.
That just shows that I've got an intense personality, so thank you.
So this is about what we did. It was probably, I don't know, you guys seen the whopping thing I put in there. It was probably 2 to 4 heaping scoops. And you just, I smashed it down. But make sure that you do grease these with butter or any oil as much as you can so it doesn't stick as it's cooking.
Stop, child.
I got this. You want any more?
Did we fit it all in there?
You want any more?
Yes.
Wow. And you said that was too big.
I haven't had a cookie in so long.
Okay, so we got it all.
Diets change people.
Did you use it all?
No.
Okay, but you gotta share.
No, she says. Don't touch the cookie dough, Mom.
It's mine.
Hands off. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put these all in.
I'm ready, willing, and able to kill anybody for this. I just have for
Probably
Bina.
shouldn't.
Don't say that.
It's delicious. What can I say? I have no regrets.
Well, you just say, hey, this is mine. You're gonna have to get your own.
I can't do that with Bina.
No, I mean to other people.
I don't talk to other people.
This is true. Okay.
I'm pretty
Is
sure.
yours ready, Dina?
Hmm?
Is yours ready to go?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure a girl was stalking me on the way to Bean's house.
So we're gonna stick all 4 of these in the
I'm being
oven.
paranoid.
I'm not
So-
being paranoid. She walked by me. She followed me
She was
down.
on the other side of the street.
Yeah, but she followed me down to your house.
Maybe she was just.
maybe she was taking a walk.
Yeah, maybe she was just on the same route, hon.
She was watching me.
Oh.
Well, yeah, if I was walking behind someone and I didn't have anything to do with my eyes, I would watch the person in front of me too.
Well,
Some
yeah, because
people
you're
are
looking
just
straight
crazy.
ahead.
There was a cat to look at. Why didn't you look at the cat?
Because I'm blind.
I'm sucking it off of the spatula. This is my life.
So regular cookies obviously are much smaller. So you would put those in for 8 to 10 or 9 to 11 minutes. But these are much thicker cookie because they're like a single dessert. And we packed it in there. So we're going to leave them in for 20 minutes and we're going to see how it goes. We're going to double the time. And then hopefully dessert is served.
Ow.
But that really didn't take much time at all.
Yeah.
So
What you gonna do about it?
it was a cinch. Are you almost done?
No.
Oh my gosh, this child.
I'll deal with this.
Eating the cookie dough.
I can already feel a stomachache forming, but that doesn't stop me.
I'll clean this up.
It's not stopping me.
Teenage girls and chocolate do not get in their way. Just saying.
I will fight him to the death.
Well, I think pretty much any girl and chocolate don't get in their way.
Okay. I'm done.
Are you going to stop and put it in the dishwasher? Make sure you don't leave stuff in it.
Alright. Clean it up. How my dog? Yeah. I use dog.
So now we're just picking things up.
Why does the dog remove my baby?
We try to pick up as we go, so then at the very end, we don't have a whole kitchen full of things to do. Because after, I don't know about you guys, especially if you're working still, I don't like to be on my feet longer than I have to. Especially because I have joint and spine issues. So I try to limit my time, and that's why you'll see a lot of the stuff is already prepped ahead for that reason. But also the other reason is to save you guys time here on the live, so you don't have to sit here for 3 hours. So, yeah. So we're basically done. Do you know where the spoon to this is, babe? Did you wash it, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. And we'll put this in here.
It smells like garlic bread in the fridge. Delicious.
What?
It smells like garlic bread in the fridge.
Oh, I just ran into the fridge.
Probably should have told you first.
Don't mind me, just diagnosed with the stupid.
I feel that. This is why you're my best friend and not anybody else.
Yeah, because no one else wants me. I'm glad someone does.
So I'm really excited because I have some goodies coming in the mail. And that's one of the reasons I went to my director's today is because I am still waiting on the goodies. So I don't know exactly when they'll be here. And with having my parties and stuff, I wanted to make sure I had good goodies for you guys. Because it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm super excited. I have a few parties coming up with a few awesome people as my hosts. And I'm super excited just to hang out and have fun with you guys. So we're going to do some drawings. We're going to have a giveaway towards the end. I'm probably going to have Kat maybe pull a number out of a hat or something.
The cauldron!
Oh, we could. Yeah, good one.
I'm so
we'll
smart.
pull a number out of the cauldron because it is October, her birth month, and it's Halloween almost. So here's the thing. is you have to stay tuned. Got to watch my lives. Got to comment.
Oh, I thought you were making
You
rules
gotta-
for me. I'm like, wait, what?
No. So comment lots. Interact with the posts. If you see a game, put your guess out there, even if you think it's not the right one. If you're like, oh, I have no idea what that would be, and you're kind of just shy about doing it, just throw a number out there. Every once in a while, like I had a girl at one of my last parties I did, and she'd never won anything like in her life, and she hit the number spot on like that, and I was like, how did she know? Did she cheat? And she goes, it was just a random guess. I looked at it and I was like, you are a good guesser. So she got an awesome prize from me. So participation is key. And here's the other goodies. So I'm going to fill you guys in on a few things. Is that we now have direct ship as of October 1st with our company. And we will be sending things. So as soon as you guys order something online, your card is charged. It's not like you wait until the end of the party and then they charge it like they've done for a long time. So I love that feature. And so it's going to be awesome changes coming. There's so many new products like the cast iron, the enamel cast iron. Our new baked glazed stoneware. All kinds of goodies. And then we even, towards Christmas, we even have more things coming. So you guys are just going to have to like stay locked on this channel because there's all kinds of goodies coming your way. So we're going to do lots of holiday giveaways and things like that in games. So I want to participate with my customers and I want to give them goodies. I want to treat them. It is the holidays. And it has been COVID and it has been terrible for everyone, including my child, including me and everybody else. So, but we are surviving. We're making it through, guys. But anyways, I want to make the holiday season fun with games and raffles and all kinds of stuff, live cooking shows, demoing products. If there's anything that you guys see in the interactive virtual catalog online, I posted it in this group, and it's also on my personal page, Charmed Plate with Krista May. So if you guys go on there and you look at something and there's something you want to see, give me a shout out. Let me know. Because there are some things that I'm still like kind of like eyeballing. Should I get that? Would that be popular? What kind of prizes would you guys like to see? Things like that. Would you guys like to see things besides Pampered Chef giveaway type things? Like, would you like to get like, I don't know, let's say like a scraper with a $5 Starbucks card or $10 Starbucks card or something like that. Like a combo with Christmas coming up. So that would be a Christmas type thing that I would do. And for Halloween, I already have my prizes picked out. So for this party, no.
That's rude.
You're not participating. If you have a party, you can, honey. If you have a party.
I feel unloved.
And here's your milk, baby. Don't forget it. So that's kind of a little bit of the rundown. And if you spend $80 or more, we are having a deal right now through Pampered Chef that if you spend that $80 or more on your order, you get to pick from a free item. And as well as if you book a party with me in October, which I already have a couple, but I still have some more spots. So if you are interested, just send me a message and let me know and we can go over everything. I would love to throw a party with you. I love doing these. They're just so much fun. And so if you book a party with me as your consultant and you host one in October, then you actually get to pick from the Pampered Chef pumpkin patch. So you get to pick one of those pumpkins, and then you automatically, just for booking in the month of October with me, you get a free gift. No money spent, no nothing. Just for doing that. So even if you don't come out making $500-$700, like, yeah, that would be great, but don't be shied away from a party just because you're scared that maybe you won't get the clientele or you won't get the customers or you're not sure if people are interested. Because sometimes we don't know if people are interested until we put it out there and they're like, oh, hey, I'm bored. I'll do some shopping. Hey, I got some kids and Christmas is coming. Let's beat that Christmas rush and let's get this stuff ordered. And our Christmas cutoff this year, just a little information, is December 12th, I believe. I think I'm correct. Yes, December 12th. And so I'm telling people that if you want to do this for Christmas, actually now is the prime time to have your party to make sure that you will get your products in time. And it was back, I think, in June and up until recently, it was like 7-8 weeks shipping. And now it has gone down to an amazing 5 to 6 weeks. And then now we're at 3 to 4 weeks. And so by December, the word is that we will be back to our regular shipping times, which is 2 weeks, which is super exciting. But I always tell people to kind of like give them a little bit of a grace period, so that way they actually have some time, just in case. Because with holidays, even if we're on time, sometimes because the post office and FedEx and everybody is so overloaded because it is the holiday season, things can happen. And so if you have that little bit of kind of like leeway, just a couple days or a week, then you know for sure, oh, I gave myself enough time for foreseeable delays and things like that. So, and if you spend $150 or more, you get free shipping and it comes straight to your house. That's what I'm excited about. So it's just like basically any other storefront. You just go online, you pick out what you want. You can, if you're not comfortable using your card, you can always reach out to me and I can just do it over the phone for you if you feel that's more secure. Basically, I am here to serve all of your kitchen needs and to help you with each and every one of those and to make your life easier in the kitchen. Because sometimes it can get a little hectic, especially if you're working, your kids are in school, or if they're on virtual school. It's like you kind of feel like you're just spinning and things are, you know, you're running all over the place constantly. Or if you're somebody that's doing kind of like a side hustle thing, a side job. I have a few friends that do that, and then they also have a regular job, and then they have families and kids. And so it's kind of one of those things that's like, what can make my life easier? So I am very interested to see what you guys have to say about, number one, about my lives, and number two, about what is your struggle or what is your challenge in your kitchen when it comes to mealtime. Because I want to know what kind of products could be helpful to the audience that watches my lives. So maybe for somebody else, it might be a quick cooker. Maybe for somebody else, it might be the salad chopper or the salad spinner, or, you know, or like the garlic press, and she just loves it. And my sister, she got a couple different things. But it just depends on what is going on in your family and what's going on in your day-to-day life, I think. To kind of figure out, like, what is it that I would like to have, what kind of power tool would I like to have in my kitchen from Pampered Chef to be able to make mealtime just a breeze. So I'm super interested. So please, in the comments, let me know what your guys' kitchen challenges are. And let me know what you guys have planned for the weekend. Is there any pumpkin patches in the foreseeable future? Is there any corn mazes, hay rides, apple cider, pumpkin spice lattes? So we basically, I don't know what we're doing this weekend. Last weekend we were kind of busy. We went and visited family on Saturday. And then on Sunday, my daughter and her best friend, they decorated, and I went to the store. And I don't know if this weekend we're doing anything with family or not. I can't remember. I'll have to check with my husband. But so far, I'm kind of excited because I get to sleep in. I've been having to get up with my daughter at like 7, and I don't do well in the morning. It doesn't matter what time I go to bed. I don't do well in the morning. That's like a high time of day for my pain. And so it's hard for me to get up and get moving and all that jazz. So that's been a little bit of a struggle for me and for her. Neither of us are morning people. So we're very much looking forward to Saturday morning when we can sleep until a minimum of 9. And then tell me below, are you guys more of pumpkin people or you guys apple people for fall? I'm going to check the cookies real quick. Oh my gosh, they're looking so good. They're starting to fluff up. I was honestly a little leery. I was like, I don't know. I don't know if this, I've never done this. I always make cookies and balls. Me too, Jamie. So much. Pumpkin and apple. Love. In fact, because it's my daughter's birthday, she's like, Mom, this month you have to make a pumpkin pie. You have to. And so I'm like, okay. And that's another reason that I think that these little mini pie, this little mini pie set might be like really ideal, because not can you only make pies in them. You can make little mini apple pies. You could do pecan. You could do chocolate, lemon. My neighbor makes a killer lemon pie. She does an amazing lemon pie, no doubt. And so I'm still perfecting my pie making, but it's important to have homemade pie crust to me. You can get very similar quality with the Pillsbury, like if you're in a hurry, or like pie dough, if you don't have the right recipe and somebody hasn't taught you really how to do it, it can be very fussy, is how I feel. And that's how it was for me in the beginning, and I was like, done. Nope, no more homemade pie dough for you guys. And then I found the right recipe for me that was easy for me to make, because I don't like something that takes 7 hours to be in the kitchen either. That's the other thing. So, I just had hold on. Sis, I thought you were talking about the huge cauldron, but we can do the mini. I forgot we had this. Remember? We can do the mini. Yeah, I thought you were talking about the huge one. So we have 2 cauldrons, and there's a big one, and it's out front by our front door, and I thought that's what she was talking about, and it has like fabric coming out of it looking like flames, and there's little lights that blink and all kinds of things. And but I seen this and I was like, ooh, we can use this for her grand prize giveaway for our fall bash. That's the name of the party that I'm doing. So I'm super excited to get you guys prizes. Are you guys people that like homemade pie crust? Like, are you kind of like, doesn't really matter to me? Or are you kind of like, I'm kind of like a perfectionist. I think it's because I came from such a large family and everything was done basically from scratch. Even on my dad's side, like my grandma Frida, she would cook and bake and everything was done from scratch. She pickled things, she canned things. She was just such an amazing woman. And she was actually a Sunday school teacher for many years. And she raised a lot of the grandbabies. She raised a lot of her regular kids' kids. So I guess grandbabies, but great grandbabies too. So she was just an amazing lady. And so it's cool to look back on that and be like, you know what? I remember when this grandma or that grandpa did this. Like, when my grandpa, I was telling you guys the other day on my live that he was the one that sews, and it's like, that's not very common. So I went down the other day, I got a little story for you guys while we're waiting on the cookies. I went down the other day to visit my grandparents, and we were just going to go down to Olympia for the day. Well, my aunt got a house built. I'm from Montesano, so I'm down from like Grays Harbor County. If you're like a friend up here or you're not sure where that's at, it's down by Westport, down by the ocean. That's what I always tell people, to kind of give them a roundabout area. So I was born and raised there. All of my family, same thing. We all grew up there. All my aunts were in the same town. All our cousins were in the same town. So our best friends were our cousins, which is super cool. Not everybody gets that life experience. And so I wished when my daughter was young that, she would have had that with her cousins. But it's kind of cool because I think when you come from like a small town like that, when the way that you grow up, it's like everybody gathers around the table. Everything closes at 5:00, and like everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows your family. Or if they don't know your family, they know somebody that does know your family, and that kind of thing. And so you really couldn't get away with a whole lot. You kind of had to be creative, no doubt. Jamie knows what I'm talking about. So, but it's funny because my whole life I always wanted to be like, I can't wait to get out of this town and go to New York City or go to California or go somewhere busy, somewhere big. And now it's like I would give anything probably to go back and just be in that little peaceful small town vibe. But my husband, he is not here for it. No. It's not his thing. He likes where we live, and so do I. And we've basically built a life here. But at the same time, I don't know, you kind of miss home. I think it doesn't matter where your home is, you're always going to miss home in a way. And so, but I just think it's kind of cool because the way that I grew up is everybody got around the kitchen, and that's where we all gathered because we were all girls. My grandma had 6 girls. So it was like if there was little cousins or something, like I babysat my cousins when I was probably, I don't even know if it was like legal, if I'm being honest. And it's like I was telling my daughter, I was like, our grandpa, he like taught us to drive like in town, no license or anything. We were like 13 or something. We're like, Papa. But oh my gosh, it's so funny to look back and just think of those things. So we did 20 minutes, and I'm just going to do a few more minutes, like maybe 5 minutes. Because I want to make sure, because they're so thick, I want to make sure that the center got at least cooked a little bit. I mean, it doesn't have to be like cooked where it's burnt on the outside, but you want to make sure it's cooked enough. But, okay, so long story short, I went and seen my grandparents, and they were like, well, your aunt built a house. Do you want to go down and see it? Well, that's in Montesano. And so I come down to Olympia, and my husband's like, that's a long trip for a day. And I'm like, yeah, kind of, but it was fun because I got to go on a road trip with my grandma and my grandpa. And so it was like, it was fun. It was like, get in the car. Okay, Granny. Okay, Papa. Okay, where are we going? And then they're like, oh, turn here. You got to turn by the moose. So you got to turn over there. And then I'm like, okay, you guys are going to have to call, my aunt because she knows where she lives. She built the house, but we clearly do not know where she lives. Well, I've never been there. That was my first time. And it's like we were going in circles. It was hilarious. And it's always fun to hang out with my grandparents because they're just a kick in the pants. They're just hilarious to me. Even my friends back in the day, like when me and Cricket would hang out, or me and Carol, or me and Gayleen, or any of my friends, they'd be like, let's go hang out with Gran. Let's go hang out with your grandma. And it's like so funny because it's like people are like, who wants to go hang out with a grandma? Or like I'd be going to work and they'd be like, oh my gosh, I love your shoes. Those are so cool. Or my pants or something. And I'd be like, oh, this is my grandma's. Or be driving her car and they're like, I love your car. Thanks, it's my grandma's. But you know what? I'm like, you know what? Granny's like, well, what can I say? I got good taste. I'm like, that is true. That's where we get it from. I'm just drinking some root beer. What are you guys drinking tonight? I thought about having a cider, or a seltzer cider. I don't like those. I don't like the cider, there's like a beer. Are you guys beer drinkers at all? My husband drinks beer, but I'm not a fan. But I never have been. Carol knows because she's not either, I don't think. Even to this day. But we like the seltzers. Those are fun. Jamie's going to have to come over and have a beauty night and have some seltzers with me and Christy. How fun would that be, right? I feel like they're almost done. I'm starting to smell them, so I'm going to check. Ooh, and you know what, you guys? Oh, I forgot to tell you. This is so exciting. If you were on my last party, my launch party, you got to see this. It might even have showed it at April's party. But it is the cake poker. You know how you're like constantly forever having to put toothpicks in cakes and things like that? And then you lose the toothpick because it's like the cupcake is too deep, or the cake, and you're like, oh crap, and you're like digging, trying not to destroy the cake. This. I think it was in the range of like under $10. And love it. It's a new fan favorite in here. So I'm going to use this actually to test out my cookies. Just to see where we're at with them. So let's see. Okay, so we have about 3 minutes and they are looking so delicious, you guys. And you should be able to smell them because they smell even better than they look. And then the best thing is to have them when they're nice and hot with a big scoop of vanilla ice cream. And of course, I don't know what kind of ice cream you guys, I don't know if you guys, some people are just like, it's just ice cream, get the cheap stuff. That's not what happens in our house. No. My favorite is if I'm just having regular ice cream, is cookies and cream. But you have to have Tillamook. And if you haven't been to the Tillamook factory and you've been in Oregon, you must go. And also, if you are a tea drinker, Stash tea is one of my favorite teas. My favorite, like, bag teas. I haven't tried their loose tea. And so they are in Oregon. My husband actually was so sweet and he was so patient because he's not somebody to, like, go shopping at all. But he knew how much I wanted to see this tea place. And so he took me and my daughter and he's like, I'm just going to wait in the car. You guys get your tea. He was so patient. He is not a shopper. No. So we leave him at home when we go shopping normally. But since we were there, he stopped and he was sweet and let us go in and get the teas that we wanted. And then another great tea place and spice place. If you guys, they have interesting spices and fun ones that you can't really find other places. And it is, I have a lot of history in the town of Port Townsend with my family. That's where my dad's family was born and raised, all of them. There's just a lot of history. Like my grandpa, the baseball park there was dedicated to him in his honor. And then my grandma, she worked at the city council office, I think, for years. Something like that. I can't remember exactly. Okay, I'm going to check my cookies, and then I'll continue my story. Okay, so I think... Actually, I'm just going to... Okay, oh my gosh, you guys, they look divine. They're done. So I'm gonna let them cool for just a minute and then I'm gonna go over and show you guys. But I'm gonna finish my story real quick and tell you guys about my dad's family. So, I grew up in Montesano with my mom's family, but we did see my dad's family quite often because they weren't that far. So I feel really blessed that I got to grow up basically with both of my families. I got to go and stay with my grandma. I got babysat by my Aunt Jeannie because we did live close to them at one time. And then we moved to Montesano. But it's kind of cool to look back because there's a lot of history from my family in Montesano, but there's also a lot of history from my family in Port Townsend. But they have this amazing tea, and it's called the Spice and Tea Exchange, Port Townsend Spice and Tea Exchange. Look it up if you haven't. And if you're ever in town, that's a must for sure. If you ever go to Port Townsend, it's a fun little weekend trip for maybe like you and your husband, or if you want to just take the whole family, you can walk on the beach. We used to have family reunions there, like right along the beach. And fun fact, my grandma was married to my grandpa, and they lived in Fort Worden, which is the military base there. And there are still bunkers there. So you can actually go and walk all the way around there. And it's really cool. It's just kind of like a piece of history. And my grandma and her kids, they actually lived in one of those big white houses. I don't know if they're white anymore, but they lived in one of those big houses because she had 5 kids. Well, her husband was away military duty, I believe Navy. And then my dad was also Navy. So, just kind of like a fun little fact about me. So, that is that. And now the only person living in Port Townsend, well, not the only person in my family, Jeannie and Michael, those are my aunt and my uncle. And we might have like some great relatives. Like I know their cousin, like Dana, because she has my grandma's last name. I think it's her maiden name. I can't remember. But it's super cool because it's like when I grew up, I didn't see my cousins. We were kind of spread out a little bit more on that family, on that side of the family. Just a little bit, not like statewide, but like just cities apart. But it was super cool because we got to all like meet up and we had these big, huge picnics. And it's like, 5 to 6 different generations of cousins were coming and grandmas and aunties. And so it was really cool just to kind of see where your blood comes from, where your, who your people are. That's what my granny says. Krista, those are your people. So, yeah. So if you guys ever travel there, you can always message me because I have family that grew up there their whole life. And so I'm always like, Auntie, what are some must-sees when you visit Port Townsend? And it's such a fun place to visit. Like, you got to go to this other place, too, called Elevated Ice Cream. You won't be disappointed. That's, like, the place to go in Port Townsend. And then they have, my mom actually worked at a couple different cafes when she was a teenager. And that's where she met my dad. She had moved there, or her and my aunt actually moved out when they were like 16 and 18, I think, or 16 and 17. And so they could drive and get a job and do all that stuff. And my grandma had so many kids, it was kind of like, I think it was kind of like by that time, they were grown up and mature enough, and they were doing what they needed to do, that it's like, okay, if you want to move out on your own because you have boyfriends or whatever, then that's okay. I mean, they weren't moving so far, and at the time, my grandma lived in Port Townsend. So it was kind of cool. But my mom actually had kind of like, I guess like parents that she kind of like adopted. And they were Dolly and Josh. And that's a part of history too there, because her and my Aunt Julie used to work at jobs for Dolly and Josh. They owned quite a few restaurants there. And so it was kind of cool. And you'd go there, and then they owned an ice cream shop also at one time. And so we'd go there, and I remember as a kid always going in there into the ice cream shop. And then I remember Dolly would always give me like these big, huge scoops of ice cream. And then I always wanted bubblegum ice cream. That was my favorite as a kid. And then she would stick one of those like mini Dixie cups on top so you could spit the gumballs out because they were so hard from the ice cream. But no. But no, it was fun. It was a fun place to grow up. And I always used to take my sister Carol with me. She always used to come. I'm like, can I bring Carol? Can I bring Carol? Because I was an only child. And so I would get bored with just like all the adults. And so, yeah. So I'm going to bring you guys over to the goodness. And I'm going to show you what we made tonight and how delicious it is and how quick and easy that was. And they're made from scratch. You start out, that's the one thing I love about baking and cooking. Just anything to do with being in the kitchen, the kitchen is my happy place, no doubt, for sure. But you start with these basic ingredients, like vanilla, flour, sugar, eggs, brown sugar, baking soda. All these are individuals, and on their own, they really don't add up to be much, just by themselves. But then you throw them all in. You throw them in the cauldron and you make the magic. But once you're done, then you like end up with this like magic, and it's delicious, and you get to enjoy and reap all the rewards that you have worked so hard at. So to me, it's very rewarding, and I think that's why I like to do it. So here is the magic. This is what we made tonight. Trying to get like a real close-up for you guys. they turned out excellent, don't you think? I think they turned out amazing. So, I think the cookies look fabulous. I feel like Vanna White. And what vowel do you choose tonight? Chocolate chip? Okay. And we have a winner. Let me turn that letter for you. But no, so that was super easy. It's a weeknight, it's a school night, and we still get to enjoy a homemade, scratch-made dessert, which is so exciting. My family loves that kind of stuff. So it didn't come out of a box. I made it with these magic hands and all of my magic Pampered Chef power tools. So it made my job easy in the kitchen like that. And so now we have yummy, yummy in my tummy. So we are going to enjoy our cookies. I'm just letting them cool a bit before we dump the ice cream on. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take pictures, post them on the party page, and I'm also gonna be posting them on my business page along with this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me. I had a blast as usual, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.